Hey everybody, so just want to give you guys some updates real quick of what's going on with me. I went to the doctor yesterday and getting some more labs done, so I have now determined that there will probably not ever be a time that I don't walk into a doctor's office and they want a million labs. I feel like I could own a blood bank by now. I feel like every time I turn around, it's going to be a lab work. So I'm really thankful right now for health insurance, and really thankful for the health insurance not being like car insurance where, you know, oh, you got too many tickets or too many accidents, we're going to have to drop you, Miss Polish. Yeah, I'm really glad they're not like, hey, Miss Polish, you have way too much blood work. We're going to have to let you lose. So I'm glad it's not like that, because that would be awful. So yeah, so they're doing my stress hormone level to see where that's at, because the last time I had it was really high, but that was like back in January with that one doctor that I hated, and so they're doing it again this time. And then I'm doing another hormone, just a regular hormone, because the first time that I did it, apparently they didn't get the reading, the lab messed it up or something happened, so I don't have a baseline level. But then I did it a few weeks later when I was supposed to be taking my one of my hormone pills, and I wasn't taking it every day like I was supposed to. So, yeah, so it was really low, so she didn't like that number, so we're trying again in a few weeks. Excuse me, and my goal is to take the pill every day like I'm supposed to, and that way I get my accurate reading. She's also going to go ahead and do my B12, my vitamin D, all those fun ones that always look awful, but I am taking those pills every day, my vitamin D and my B12, I am doing those, so hopefully those look better than they have in the past. So we're doing that. I go back on June like 17th, and I'm doing an ultrasound then, and I'll see if I have endometriosis. And if I do, the next step will be looking at surgery options and seeing what to do from there. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. It's definitely still a lot to take in. You know, my goal right now, too, is to stay on plan as much as possible from now until my next doctor's appointment. And if you know me and you're, you know, seen me the past month and talked to me about it, I haven't been as on plan as I want to or should have been the past month or so. So, yeah, so we're trying this again. And, yes, I'm okay, Zachary. So, sorry, I got a text message. So, yeah, so we're going to go from there. What else? So keto. Keto's going okay, like other than my days I've done poorly. Keto's going okay. Trying to get back into the swing of things and trying to understand it more and prep more. That's like the biggest thing I can tell you is if you want to start keto, you have to prep, you have to cook, you have to be on top of it. And if you're going to say, okay, we're not cooking today, then you have to have a plan for like your go-to restaurant or your go-to like takeout, something like that. You need a plan. So yeah, so there's that. And what else was I going to tell you guys about? With keto, so I've had some non-scale victories lately, so those are awesome. NSVs, as I call them. And one of them was my legs and my upper arms usually have like a bunch of bumps, like not like acne, like I could get acne, but it's not like that. It's like bumps from just whatever. So with doing the keto lifestyle, I've learned that my legs are getting really smooth. They're not bumpy anymore, and that's awesome, because I was using the Gold Bond Rough and Bumpy lotion, and I haven't been using that when I just started keto, and my legs are smooth, or getting smooth. So that's a perk for keto. But if you do have rough and bumpy body, whatever, I guess, use a Gold Bond Rough and Bumpy. It's awesome. So I want to talk a little bit more about PCOS. So I've talked a little bit about it some, and I just want people to understand like what it really is, and like insulin resistance and stuff like that. So with me being insulin resistant, I have to really be careful with eating certain foods. So if I decide I'm going to go off plan today, it's more than just I might gain a pound or might feel bloated or whatever. It's more than that. It's more like I'm going to feel like complete crap because I'm going to have a migraine and I could be exhausted and I could have a breakout session on my arms or legs or something like that. So that's kind of more of what I'm dealing with the insulin resistance. I'm on metformin. I am taking 1 a day right now. I'm going to up to 2 a day, I hope. This weekend, I'm going to start that and see how I do with it. So yeah, so there's that. And with PCOS. So PCOS, there's a lot involved with PCOS. And it's not like end of the world situation right now where, you know, I know there's way worse things that could be wrong with me, and, you know, I'm very thankful, and I know there could be way worse things to me. I get that. But it is a lot to take in. There's a lot of different things that you learn about that you're like, oh, that's why I feel that way, or, oh, that's what's wrong with me. And some people just chalk it up to like, oh, you have a bad period or bad cramps, and that's it. No. I know I posted a picture of it not too long ago, and it's a glacier picture, and I think that's like the best reference. So like, here's the glacier, right? So up here is the tip of what you can see. Like if you're in the ocean or whatever, here's a glacier of what you can see. And so people think this is all that's wrong with PCOS. They say, oh, you have bad cramps, you have bad periods, whatever. This is what you see. Also, there's stuff under here that you can't see from the glacier. That's what really happens. Like anxiety, depression. You might be like, oh, Jess, that's what happens when it's that time of the month. No, this is, a lot of times it's different stuff like that, where anxiety, depression, you know, just mood swings. And again, people are like, oh, that's the same thing. That's bad periods. No, you can have cysts on your ovaries, and then you have insulin resistant like me. And then, you know, the acne, some people have facial hair, and there's a whole slew of things that go into it. And there's some things that you don't even know that's a problem with it until you start doing more research, and then you start digging into it, and you're like, oh, that's why I'm that way, or that's why that makes sense, or that's why you have thin hair. I mean, this hair's ridiculously long and a lot, but some people lose their hair due to it. I mean, I shed like a beast, and that might be part of it too. I don't know. You know, there's a lot of things that go into it, so I just want you guys to be aware of that. Sometimes you're just exhausted and you can't function, you know, and that's part of it too. So yeah, so if you guys think you have it, well, not guys, but like women, if you think you have it, start doing research and start talking to your doctor about it. Start questioning them about it. You know, I've heard this and this and this, and I need to find out if I am, or I feel like crap. Don't stop. I know I've said this before in my other videos. Don't stop questioning. Just really don't. Just keep searching until you find an answer as to what is going on. Get all the blood work you need, because apparently they give it to you. They just throw that shit out there for free. Most places, like my doctor and in my awesome healthcare. But yeah, also speaking of healthcare, I am getting a new birth control. Well, it's the generic brand of mine, so I went back to my doctor, and they're like, oh, no, you don't need the name brand. You can have generic brand. I'm like, sweet, because that's $50 a month, people. That's expensive. Every month, and that's not something to just be like, hey, I don't need it this month. No, you do. You need it every month. So yeah, so I'm doing that. I'm doing some more kitchen stuff. I'm trying to learn my way around the kitchen and cook, and I'm sure Zach is somewhat thankful for that, because I hope it's good. He says it is, so, you know, hopefully it is. But yeah, so I'm just figuring it out now. Like I said, the next step is going back in a month-ish and doing my ultrasound and seeing what waits for me there. So, question to you guys, if you do have endometriosis, have had endometriosis, let me know what course of action you guys took. Did you have surgery? Do you feel better afterwards? Do you regret it? I've talked to some of you guys, but if you could just let me know, that way I kind of have more stories to go based off of and experiences, other than just like Googling some stuff, because some stuff from Google is just terrifying. So I don't want to Google anymore. So yeah, and then also I posted in September, I am doing a virtual 5K for PCOS awareness, because I cannot make the one in Orlando. So I'm going to do the one on a Saturday in Jacksonville. I will pick a route when it gets closer to the date. But if you guys would like to join me, the link is there, and there's an event I made. I'll be more than happy to send it to you so you can join us and sign up. You don't have to sign up. You can. That'd be great. Make a donation, and it goes towards the PCOS Awareness Foundation, and they're going to do some more research on this, disease, and find out like what all it actually involves, because there's a lot of information out there, but there's still a lot of unknowns. So if you want to go out and support me, support your friend, support yourself, if you have PCOS yourself, it's going to be a great day. I'm, trying to make some plans around it and have fun for people that can't make it out to the one that's in Orlando or any other nearby areas. So I want to do that. Another thing I'm also thinking about doing, I know I've said it before, but I'm really considering doing it, is making a Facebook group page for people that are in, Jacksonville or surrounding areas with PCOS. And that way maybe we could do events, do outings, do dinners, just talk with each other about what's going on with our bodies and how you're handling it. Because, I know sometimes you feel alone on the situation, and it's hard to talk to certain people about it, and sometimes it's just easier to relate to people that have the same problem as you. So I think I'm going to do that. I hope you guys would join me on there and support each other and support yourself. Like I said, I know a lot of women that have it right now, and I'm sure there'll be more diagnosed with it within the next, how many ever years, because unfortunately it seems like it is becoming more popular with women, so that is unfortunate. But yeah, so I think that's it. I'm gonna let y'all go. Thank you again to everybody who's reached out to me and seeing how I'm doing. I appreciate it, and I'll update y'all later. Y'all have a great day.